Hello and welcome once again to Intro to Computer Games and Simulations here at Lorain County Community College. I'm Mike Substelny here in our last week together. This will be our final time together in this term, and so that means final exam, which means today will be the final exam review. We're going to be playing a game here in the classroom. You can all play at home if you like. There will also be an exercise that mirrors this online in the Canvas system for you to work on. Everybody in the classroom and at home is welcome to do that. But those who are here in the classroom today get a chance to compete for this giant candy bar. We will be playing today using the names of classic video game characters instead of the actual names of the students. Today's questions, most of which are taken directly from the final exam. So even if you don't know them today, I hope you do know them when you take the final exam. There are also a few questions that I am not going to ask on the final exam that were just put in here for fun, having to do with general lore of computer games. That's stuff that people in the computer games industry in Cleveland probably know. Okay, let's get right to it. We're going to try out the response devices here in the classroom. We're going to play a game about games. The game of games today starts with a gimme question for 100 points. Press 1 to get 100 free points. You have 10 seconds to respond. 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and your time is up. We have 8 responses. Only 8. All of them said number 1. 1, 2. Yeah, 8 is how many we have here today. So we have an 8-way tie for first place right now. Question number 1, Attack of the Clones. Real questions start now. Why do the authors of Game Design Workshop claim that many of today's games look and feel like carbon copies of each other? Is it 1, many game designers skip the physical prototype? 2, investors prefer games that are just like games they already love? 3, because game developers job jump? Or 4, because all original game ideas are already used? You have 10 seconds to choose your response. 5 responses in, 6 responses in, all 8 responses are in. You can still change till the last second, which is now, and time is up. We have answers all over the place, but most say investors prefer games that are just like games they already love. However, your textbook says it's because many designers skip the physical prototype. So we have a tie between Nathan Drake and Mario right now. Question 2, catch as catch can. Which type of game offers players the objective of beating an opponent to a goal? 10 seconds to choose between chase games, race games, forbidden act games, and exploration games. All 8 responses are in, and time is up. Most said race games. That is the correct answer. Chase games don't have everybody going after the same goal. So Nathan Drake and Mario still in a tie for first. Question 3, tension versus time. Identify this graphic, which starts with exposition, goes to rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. You have 10 seconds to choose between game design process, CGSD degree program, the classic dramatic arc, and the game profitability curve. 3, 2, 1. Time is up. 8 responses in. Most say it is the classic dramatic arc, and most are correct. Question number 4, the Northeast Ohio game industry. Where could you learn about the Cleveland Game Developers Meetup? Is it GameDevelopers.com, ClevelandGames.com, GameMeetings.com, or Meetup.com? You have 10 seconds to choose. I see 5, 6, 7, 8 responses in. 2, 1, 0. Your time is up. Wow, game developers, Cleveland Games, Game Meetings all got answers. Meetup.com got no responses. Meetup.com is actually the right answer. It is not a dating website, despite what you might think. It is a place for people with connected interests to get together, and the Cleveland Game Developers Meetup is on meetup.com. Still a tie between Nathan Drake and Mario. Question 5, some game industry news. Which website is dedicated to news of the art and business of making games? Is it, 10 seconds, GameNews.com, GamaSutra.com, BigGame.com, or GameChronicle.com? 6 responses in, still 6. Where are those? The last 2 responses came in at the last second. Wow, most say GamaSutra.com, and most are correct. GameNews.com, it turns out, is devoted to the lifestyle of gamers. Question 6 is about GameMaker. Making multiple levels in GameMaker is as simple as making, 10 seconds to choose, new sprites, new rooms, new screens, or multiple characters. 7 responses in. Where's number 8? Number 8 just came in. 2, 1. Time is up. Everyone said new rooms. Everyone is correct. Making multiple levels in GameMaker is as simple as making new rooms is an exact quote from The Game Maker's Apprentice on page 58. All right, GameMaker movement is the next question. Suppose my GameMaker object is moving speed 6 to the right. This means the object moves, 10 seconds. 6 centimeters per second left to right, 6 pixels per minute left to right, 6 pixels per step left to right, or 6 centimeters per step right to left. 2, 1. Time is up. Most said 6 pixels per step left to right, and most are correct. Very good, class. Next question, Sprite Zero. Which of these describes the difference between an object and a sprite, or a difference between an object and a sprite, because there are more than one? Objects can't do collision detection. Objects just store pictures. Sprites cannot have actions, or only sprites can do collision detection. 3, 2, 1. Your time is up. Most said sprites cannot have actions, and most are correct. Very, very good. This is a smart class. Question 9 is about drama. According to Game Design Workshop, what is the heart of any good drama? Is it conflict, action, resources, or sprites? You have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 responses in. Most said conflict. Most are correct. Conflict is the heart of any good drama, according to Game Design Workshop. Currently, we still have a tie between Nathan Drake and Luigi, but everyone else is still close within striking range. Oh, you can't see the scores up there. Oh, well, Nathan Drake and Luigi have 800, Nico has 700, Mario has 700, Cloud Strife has 700, Master Chief has 700, Voss and John Marston have 600 each. Question 10, the game designer's role. Which of these describes the foremost role of a game designer? A game designer is a playtester. A game designer is an advocate for the player. A game designer creates games that he or she would like to play. A game designer makes sure the art, game engine, and budget are all on track. Time is up. Most say a game designer is an advocate for the player. That is the correct answer. We said that on the very first day of class. Question 11, the meaning of life. You design Lazarus to give each player 3 lives, and they can win a bonus life. In this case, lives would be an example of what? 10 seconds. Scarce resources to manage, units for the player to deploy, procedures to control the game, or dilemmas to resolve. 2, 1, time is up. Most say scarce resources to manage, and most are correct. Very good. Question 12 is about famous game designers. We had a homework assignment about famous game designers. Which famous game designer designed Spore? Was it Trent Oster, Warren Spector, Gary Gygax, or Will Wright? 6, 5, 4. Come on, number 8. Yeah, right, 8 responses in at the last second. Responses are all over the place, but most think it was Gary Gygax who actually invented the paper and pencil tabletop game Dungeons and Dragons back in the 1970s. He didn't do computer games. However, Will Wright did computer games, and Will Wright designed Spore. Games and Money. Which game won Spike TV's Game of the Year for 2013, which was the last time the award was given? Was it Tomb Raider, Super Mario 3D World, BioShock Infinite, or Grand Theft Auto 5? Yeah, they stopped giving that award in 2013. I was kind of sad. It was fun to have an award show for games. Wow, we have a tie between BioShock Infinite and Grand Theft Auto 5. The correct answer is Grand Theft Auto 5 was the last game to win the Game of the Year award. Currently, Nathan Drake is in the lead with 1,100. Luigi and John Marston are tied for second with 1,000 each. Mario, Cloud Strife, and Voss have 900. Nico Bellic has 800, and Master Chief has 700. Question 14, the lost dramatic arc. Where is the climax of the classic dramatic arc? Is it just before the protagonist dies, narrative tension's highest point, just before the antagonist dies, or at the end of the exposition phase? Oh, only 7 responses in this time. Most say narrative tension's highest point, and most are correct. Remember that for the final exam. The climax of the classic dramatic arc is narrative tension's highest point. Question 15 is about the lecture we had 2 weeks ago about carpal tunnel syndrome. Which of these is a common symptom of carpal tunnel syndrome? Is it rapid weight gain, occasional bleeding from the ears, pain, tingling, and numbness in the fingers, or nausea and vomiting? We have 8 responses in. Everyone says it's pain, tingling, and numbness in the fingers. You were paying attention to that lecture because everyone is right. All right, Nathan Drake, Luigi, and John Marston are now tied for first place, with Mario and Cloud Strife tied for second, Nico Bellic and Voss tied for third, and Master Chief alone in fourth place. Question 16 is about game design terminology. In Lazarus, the player hops left by pressing the left arrow. This is an example of what? Is it a procedure, a boundary, a room, or a dramatic element? You have 3, 2, 1. Last response came in at the very last second. Everyone said that is a procedure, and everyone is right. That was also from early in the semester. Question number 17 is about game maker programming. Okay, yes, you can see enough of that picture. Where is the origin of this 80 by 80 sprite? Take a look at that. Move closer to the screen if you need to. You have 10 seconds, 8 seconds to choose between upper left corner, lower left corner, center, or lower right corner. Time is up. 8 responses in. Most say it is in the center. Most are correct. The center is the origin of that sprite. You can see here the crosshairs there are on the center. The origin is at 40 by 40. The sprite is 80 by 80. Therefore, the origin is at the center of the sprite. That's how most of you made Lazarus. Nathan Drake and Luigi still tied for first. Mario, Cloud Strife, and John Marston tied for second. Nico Bellic and Voss tied for third. Master Chief in fourth with 1,000 points. Everybody is within 300 points of each other, though. Question 18 is about player interaction patterns. In which player interaction pattern do 3 or more players compete against each other as in poker? Is it single player versus game, multilateral competition, multiple individuals versus game, or cooperative play? 2, 1, time is up. 7 responses in. Somebody didn't register. Most say it is multilateral competition, and most are correct. Very good. Question 19, famous game glitches. I love this question. I'm going to keep this question forever. Some of you may not know this because it may be before your time. In Madden 06, Which linebacker was accidentally depicted as being just 7 inches tall? Was it Lance Biggs of the Chicago Bears, Christian Kirksey of the Cleveland Browns, A.J. Hawk of the Green Bay Packers, or Michael King of the New York Jets? 3, 2, 1. Time is up. 8 responses in. All over the place, but A.J. Hawk and Michael King are tied. No one said Cleveland Browns. Correct answer is Michael King of the New York Jets. And I love this picture. This is Michael King before the bug fix. You can see a video about it here on YouTube. I've got to say that they brought this back intentionally this past season, last year, with the Tiny Titan. Did anybody see the TV commercials with the Tiny Titan? This glitch was so popular that they intentionally put it in to, was it Madden 14, I think? Nathan Drake, Mario, and Luigi are now tied for first place. Cloud Strife, Voss, and John Marston for second. Nico Bellic in third. Master Chief in fourth. Now we start 200-point questions, so it's easy to catch up with some right answers. Question number 20, finding the fun. What is the best process for finding out what is fun and not fun about a game? Is it reduce procedures to 7 or fewer, counting the objects, physical prototyping, or playtesting? 2, 1, time is up. Everyone says playtesting. Everyone is right. Very good. 200 points each. Still a 3-way tie for first between Nathan Drake, Mario, and Luigi. Question 21. You can't lose. If players discover a dominant strategy that allows them to always win your game, it's a sign that, and you'll notice we are down to 6 seconds each time. The game is not functional. The game has no flow. The game is not complete, or the game has no sub-goals. Time is up. Only 7 responses registered that time. Somebody didn't answer. Wow, every response got some votes. This will split things up. If players discover a strategy that allows them to always win your game, it is a sign that the game is not complete. So Luigi has pulled out in front. First place, John Marston in second place. Nathan Drake and Mario are tied for third. Cloud Strife and Voss tied for fourth. Nico Bellic fifth. Master Chief in sixth place. Question number 22. What is it like? According to the first chapter of Game Design Workshop, designing a game is like 6 seconds. Exploring a cave, hosting a party, running a marathon, or steering the Titanic. Time is up. 8 responses in. Most say it's like hosting a party, and most are correct. Very, very good students. Luigi still out in front. Nathan Drake and Mario tied for second. Voss and John Marston tied for third. Nico Bellic fourth. Cloud Stripe fifth. Master Chief sixth. Still anybody's game because these are 200-point questions. Question 23, but where's the conflict? The clicker game you are playing now, what is the source of the conflict? 6 seconds to say. The other players, the timer, the clickers, or the conflict is within myself. Okay. Most say the timer. Some say the other players. No one said the conflict is within myself. I'm glad to hear that. I'm always disturbed when someone decides that the conflict is within themselves. The correct answer is the other players. The timer provides tension by definition, not conflict. Luigi out in front by 1,000 points, followed by John Marston, Nico Bellic, Nathan Drake, and Mario are tied for third. Voss in fourth, Cloud Stripe in fifth, Master Chief in sixth. Question 24, a question of excess. In the clicker game you are playing right now, by what procedures do players access the game? Is it reading questions, reading leaderboards, thinking, or pressing clicker buttons? 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Most say it is pressing clicker buttons, and most are correct. Very good. Luigi's still out in front by 100 points. John Marston in second. Nico Bellic, Nathan Drake, and Mario in third. Let's keep going. The play's the thing. We are now into the 300-point questions. While playing the clicker game, you experience which of these dramatic elements? Is it time pressure, characters, story, or plot? 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. 8 responses in. Most say time pressure. Somebody said plot. The correct answer is time pressure. Luigi now ahead by 200 with Nico and Mario in second, Voss and John Marston in third. Question number 26. You are not so smart. The You Are Not So Smart article said that the lasting appeal of games like Farmville is due to the sunk cost fallacy, rising tension over time, the game learning curve, or the magic circle. Time is up. Most say the sunk cost fallacy. A few said game learning curve and somebody said the magic circle. The correct answer is the sunk cost fallacy. Luigi now ahead by 200 points. Nico Bellic in second. John Marston in third. The final question, which comes from the lecture recordings, for 500 points. This is a hard one. In object-oriented programming, what is the relationship between an object and its class? Is it that objects inherit structures from classes, classes inherit structures from objects, classes inherit objects from methods, or none, because classes are not objects? You have 6 seconds to decide. 5 responses in, 6 responses in, 7, 8 responses in. Time is up. All right, we have a tie in the favorite one. Objects inherit structures from classes, or none because classes are not objects. The correct answer is that objects inherit structures from their classes. It's the parent-child relationship. And so the final score is Nico Bellic in first place. Nico, come down and receive your prize. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the online final exam. This is Mike Substelny signing off for Intro to Computer Games and Simulations here at Lorain County Community College.